Director Fischer, first of all, I would like to thank you for accepting to give this interview for the Romanian public and for the community of intelligence across Europe. Today, you have attended the opening of the academic year here at the Mihai Viteazu National Intelligence Academy in Romania. And you have given Romanian students the privilege of learning about the Intelligence College in Europe. Their first-hand reactions were very positive, and this is why I would like to ask you, if you were to send a message to all students in intelligence and security studies, not only here, but everywhere, what would you like to tell them about the ICE, about their studies, and the role you think they will play in securing Europe in the future?
First of all, I would like to congratulate them for their choice. By joining the service, going in this academy, this very nice academy which is receiving me, they are now defending their fellow citizens, their member states, and the democratic values. Mm-hmm. By doing so also, they will participate to the European defense and defense spirit, and to protect very physically the European institutions and our values. So first, I thank them. Second, I think they have to have in mind that by joining the service or participating to these intelligence studies, they will do what has been said by a former actor and a current president, and it's not Ronald Reagan, but by joining services and doing this, they will be sluga narodu. Secondly, they will have a nice career, I'm sure of it, having to tackle various challenges, and they will have to challenge themselves to adapt to the changing world and to open their mind during all their career. Thirdly, they will have the chance to train themselves all the time on different challenges to tackle new priorities, and it is there that the Intelligence College in Europe will enter in play, because they will work very quickly with other European services, and then they will be trained by the Intelligence College in Europe. And I hope that we will be happy to go through some modules that we could offer to exchange best practices with their European partners, but also to increase their personal interconnections, which are leading after that to fruitful cooperation. Finally, I will insist that by protecting their fellow citizens, their nation, they are also participating to the support of Europe. And by doing this, they are participating to the European defense and intelligence strategic culture, which is more needed than ever currently. We could be sure that when they will join the service, they will be quickly participating in cooperations with other European partners. And it is there that a European spirit will be more than needed.
Mm-hmm. Then what do you think is the role that the intelligence and security culture will play in building a secure society in Europe? Who contributes to its development?
Allow me first to say a quote of the High Representative, Mr. Borrell, who have said now currently in front of the very brutal environment that we have, it is now a question of mere political survival to have a shared intelligence culture. It is there that we are playing a role. Building a secure Europe is a multidimensional task. It is done first by the member state services. It is done also by the defense apparatus and different actors, but the EU institutions are also playing an important role now. It is there, at this level, that ICE could play a role by connecting the dots, connecting the different services, connecting the academics, and helping to make our voice heard at the European level. This security awareness, or I will call this security spirit, is making the difference. We could see it in Ukraine all the time. It's making the difference between the Ukrainian and the others. Raising awareness on the next to come challenges, disseminating the gospel, explaining what is done, and here I am insisting, in our democratic-led countries and services, is making a difference and really participating to this defense spirit that we need, to contribute to this spirit that will help us to fight against some divisive elements that we could see, such as social media corrosion, divisive propaganda. So we need really to develop a shared culture of what we need to defend between ourselves. And we need, through our academic network, to help to raise the awareness in different public, first of all, within our students, second, within our practitioners group of people.
These are inspirational words indeed. How much do you think that projects such as the Intelligence College in Europe can contribute to strengthening a shared strategic culture and a common language among intelligence communities themselves?
Thanks God, we have already a very nice level of cooperation, which is very often not well known outside between the services, between bilaterally or multilaterally. So we have to build something on an already intense web of cooperation and actions. It could be the EU-NATO cooperation, it is all the EU institutions in the CSDP domain, it is the strategic compass, and it is also the interactions with the non-EU member states, European non-member states, which are participating to the European security and defense. And it is only on this that we will go forward, and ICE will play a role on top of this existing web of cooperation. We need also to have to engage as much as possible with the academic world. There is here some reserve of forces that has not been fully used up to now, and because it could help us to reach out also the public opinion and to develop this shared intelligence and strategy culture that we need to have. It begins first with a common basis of understanding of a problem, so we must have the same understanding of the threats. But then we must understand how we will have to react on it and to use the services and our defense structure to go forward. One of our main line of effort will be to ensure and to bring together intelligence officers, practitioners, in order that they exchange their best practices, that they begin to discuss with them, that they create these personal connections which are important when you want to lead to fruitful cooperation. So I'm quite positive on the possibilities to go on cooperation and to look forward. But the main point for us is to ensure that we have a big picture of a problem, we don't have blind spots, and that we have, which is for me as important as the rest, the same language, the same intelligence grammar. And it is one of the roles of the IC to play in this domain. And I have here to stress that it's a European endeavor. It's not only an EU endeavor. Also, European states, which are not EU member states, have to participate to this spirit and are participating in the IC in this domain.
Right. Finally, I would like to ask you, what are the college objectives and plans for the next year?
I must say first that my predecessor, Mrs. Godard, has succeeded to launch the ICA despite the COVID-19 and different constraints. We have now a normal offer of training, seminars and different actions. Now where we want to go is very clear. We want to have a better outreach towards the EU institutions in order to help the services to interact better with them, for the EU institutions to know better what we could do and to have a better security level. And there will be some initiatives in these domains. The second aspect is to develop a more living and interactive intelligence community within the academic world. There is in many countries some strong intelligence studies and connections. We would like to build a living European interconnected network. And this is where we have some ideas to build on existing projects, joint project, to build pilot project and other things to go forward in terms of operationalizing the academic network. This will be the two main lines of development. The last point will be, but partially done through the academic network, a better outreach, first in directions of the EU institutions, but also towards the public in order to make them understood that the intelligence is participating to the European defense spirit. And we have also to go in this direction, but we have already some basis on which we could go forward.
Thank you very much, Director Fischer, for this interview.